Well, if you have a stranger, and especially somebody you know from the past, and he acts a little weird, and he's acting, a little, he just seems just a little odd to you. You know, get these bad vibes. Don't invite him into the house. We are talking The Gift. This is directed by Joel Edgerton. Now, Joel Edgerton, I can't believe, I'm going to say right off the bat, he did not do a bad job in this film directing it. So, if you guys haven't already know, yeah, welcome to Think About It Reviews. This is starring also, this is starring a pretty good cast. Jason Bateman, Rebecca Hall, Joel Edgerton's in this as well. He plays Gordo. Gordo. Jim Griffin, just it's a pretty good, well casted cast. I mean, especially with Rebecca Hall as Robin, she did pretty good. I think she did solid in here. And Jason Bateman plays Jason Bateman every single movie he's in. All he does is has to change the tone a little bit. Either he's a nice guy or he's a dick, and he plays Simon. So this film, it's about a married couple, Simon, Jason Bateman, and Robin, Rebecca Hall, are living what appears to be a big picture perfect life. I mean, they get a big house with bay windows. They relocate from Chicago to a suburban Los Angeles neighborhood after Simon finds a new job outside the city. While out buying supplies for their new home, they run into Gordon, or Gordo, played by Joel Edgerton, a former high school classmate of Simon's who Simon claims to have completely forgotten about soon after he begins dropping in unannounced, usually when Simon is at work, and sends many gifts including koi fish for Robin Empty Pond. So in the film, they meet Gordo in because Simon and Robin are getting supplies for their house, or getting furniture, this and that. And then Gordo comes up. Gordo says, "I know you." And Simon says, I don't know. Oh, Gordo, yeah, how you doing, man? So they strike up a conversation. Robin meets Gordo, says, if you ever want, give me your number, we'll give you a call. They don't call him, but he finds their address, or he overhears their address, and he goes to their house. He pays them a visit, and then he brings gifts. So Gordo's it seems like he's just trying to make friends, but he's just so creepy and odd. I mean, Joel Edgerton, he does a great job. I did not really recognize him until it took me a while, and I just saw Black Mass, so it took me a while. I gotta say, this film is a good watch, but it is very flawed. The script writing, written by Joel Edgerton too, he needs to go back and he needs to fix a lot of these problems, because a lot of these situations that these characters get put upon is not realistic at all. Not realistic at all. It feels like you question a lot of these characters and what they're doing. You question the situation they're at. You figure this film out right away. I mean, it's very predictable. You pretty much know where this is going while you're watching it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not a fun time. I think it starts off very slow. It gets definitely better in the second half. The first half was a little slow paced. It was just really them with Gordo. If the tone wise, you still didn't know what you were getting. Were you getting a thriller? Were you getting? It's not a horror film. By no means, it's not a horror film. Like, what were you getting? Drama. But in the second half, it really picks up. In the second half, once things start going awry and once you start figuring stuff out, it really starts becoming entertaining. I will say the cinematography in this film is beautifully done. Beautifully done. There's a lot of great direction by Joel. I think Joel did a good job. I think he definitely had. He has an eye. He has an eye. I mean, it's not the world's greatest. There's nothing unique about the directing. It's just for Joel. I don't know if this is his first film or not, but he did a pretty good job. But I really do admire the cinematography. There was a lot of a lot of shots where there was shadows and there was great use of light. Really, just really great stuff. The acting was it was pretty good. I thought the acting was not too bad. Robin maybe could have been a little bit better, but she didn't. Rebecca Hall did a pretty good job. I think all the acting was great. And I think the story is very interesting, but it just needs to be touched upon, like touched up. It needs to be more fit. And I felt like the script had a lot of problems and it had a lot of questions that needed to be answered that just are not questions, but just overall it needed it needs a touch up. I just felt like these characters are just really, the situations are so unrealistic, and then it starts becoming a little kind of crazy of how much, well, you kind of, it's hinted in the beginning. It's super hard to try not to tell you what is going on with this film without spoiling it. I mean, you can, but I really want to get into spoiler territory, honestly. Spoiler territory. But I'm not gonna do that. I think you guys should check it out. I do recommend it once it hits DVD or Redbox. It definitely is a film I don't necessarily needs to be watched in the theater, but I can see why people would want to go watch this. This is why it's called Think About It Reviews. I mean, you're gonna go watch it no matter what. It's just my opinion, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. But I think a lot of people will come away, happy with it. Probably say I thought it was gonna be better, but happy with it. I came away happy with it. I was like, it was a pretty good film. It was not. It was a good watch. It was a good watch. I didn't necessarily think it was going to be better. I didn't really have high expectations for it. I just went in it not knowing what was going on. Overall, though, it was pretty good. The score, I've heard that score before. I think they took music from another film and they just put it on their film. I've heard that score before. I can't remember what it was. The sound mixing was not too bad as well. That's pretty much all I really had to say about The Gift. I mean, it was a good watch. And I don't think it's in a theater anymore. I think it's coming to DVD. So check it out on DVD and Redbox. I recommend that. But if this is still in theater and you're thinking about it, I think it's been a while. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, I recommend it. I do recommend it. I think it's a good date night movie. A lot of crazy twists and turns. I mean, if you have anybody who's interested in kind of like mystery or a little bit of a thriller, a little bit of shock, a little twist, then I think this is a perfect movie for you guys. So check it out. So I'm Dan the Man, aka Daniel Sun. Please subscribe, please like, and comment below. And like I always say, guys, grab a seat, make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema. Bye.